Hello and welcome to this tutorial. I'm going to create a video similar to the one you're looking at now using the Apple Motion 5 application. Let's get started. Okay, so step 1, we'll open a new file from the project browser using the preset for Broadcast HD, frame rate of 29.97 frames per second, and a duration of 10 seconds. Click Open. First, let's save our file. And now we'll change our canvas size to fit so we can see everything that's happening on our canvas. Step 2, let's import our 7 Snowflake files. I created them using Adobe Illustrator, and if you'd like to see how I did that, then check out some of my other videos. Each file is an image of a snowflake that is 100 by 100 pixels. Now we'll rename our group to Artboards. Step 3, let's create a new group, rename this group to Background. We'll import our sky image, then send this group to the back, lock and turn off its visibility for now. We'll come back to this group and work with it later. Okay, now we'll change our Artboards group to be 3-dimensional and then turn visibility of snowflakes 2 through 7 off. With snowflake 1 selected, click on the Make Particles button and start your playhead just so we can see the changes. Go to the Properties tab of the emitter and change its rotation. Change rotation to 30 degrees on axis X and 60 degrees on axis Y. Now let's go to the Emitter Controls tab and adjust. For the shape, we want to choose Wave. Once we've chosen Wave, let's go ahead, let's pause our playhead, click on the Transform tool and choose Adjust Item. Drag the wave out to the length of our canvas. Now we'll come back on the Emitter Control tab and change these settings. We'll change amplitude to 100, frequency to 5, emit at points to yes or selected, points is 10, and 3D is selected. We'll leave all the other settings alone for now. So let's go to the Cell Control tab and adjust. Birth rate to be 8. We'll leave birth rate random at 0. Life will be 6. Life random is 20. Speed is 40. We'll come down to spin and change that to 60 and spin random to 30. Now let's twirl down the opacity over life triangle. Click towards the end of the gradient bar. This will allow us to set our opacity to 0 and location to 90. We'll change our scale to 50% and scale random to 35. If we don't like what we're seeing, Clicking on the random seed will just adjust our emitter controls randomly. Click here until you get what you like. Okay, cell controls was step number 4, and in step number 5 we'll add the behavior gravity to our emitter. To do this, click on the Library tab, click on Behaviors. On the right-hand pane, choose Simulations, and now choose Gravity from the list and click on the Apply button. In our Layers tab, with gravity selected, let's adjust our acceleration. Click on Inspector, Behaviors, Acceleration, and we'll change it to 40. Let's rename this emitter to be Snowflake 1 Emitter. In essence, we want to repeat our previous processes for snowflakes 2 through 7. However, we can move things along quicker by duplicating our emitter. That will allow us to maintain the emitter settings and modify each emitter cell separately. So select Snowflake 1 Emitter and right-click and choose Duplicate. Rename the copy group to Snowflake 2 Emitter. We'll replace the emitter cell by dragging Artboard Snowflake 2 onto the emitter, and then we'll delete Snowflake 01 cell. Now we'll adjust the emitter cell settings for Snowflake 02. Continue to duplicate and adjust emitters and emitter cells for all 7 Snowflake artboards. At this point, I'm going to fast forward this video for the sake of expediency. I'll come back to you once we have all of our cells set up. The one thing I did want to mention is right now, because we did a complete duplicate of our initial snowflakes, they're all actually laying across our canvas in exactly the same spot. To make it a little more realistic, let's adjust the location of our emitter waves. Using the Adjust Item tool, let's go ahead and rearrange our emitter waves. Before we go any further, I think it's a good idea to clean up our layers panel. By that I mean, let's take all of our snowflake emitters and put them in their own group. At this point, I'm just going to play around a little bit with my cell controls until I get to a snowflake scene that I like. Okay, let's look at our background. First of all, let's deselect or turn the visibility off for all of our snowflake emitters. It will be much easier to work this way. We're going to stretch the sky image until it completely covers our canvas. And then I'm going to turn it around because I like the clouds, the white clouds at the top of my canvas. Now I'm going to add a generator and a filter. So go ahead, choose Library, Generators, and select Clouds. Click on Apply. Now go back to our library, choose Filters, and this time I want to find Gaussian Blur and click Apply. Now, it's important that our layers are lined up in this manner. We want that Gaussian blur to be on the folder. So what we want to see is Gaussian blur, then the sky image, and then the clouds generator. Now we're going to go in and adjust so that our Gaussian blur is at 2, amount is 2, and it's 360 degrees aware. We'll click on our sky and let's set its opacity to 85%. Now you can see with that setting our additional clouds in the background. The beauty of this is these clouds actually add movement to our image. All right, it's a little bit dark, so I'm going to go in, select the clouds generator, click on the gradient, and change the black panel to a gray. I've chosen the hexadecimal value of 555555. Terrific. That's it, folks. There's our movie. All that's left to do is to save it and to share it. Oh yes, don't forget to turn your emitters back on. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, share with your friends, and leave me a comment below. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified when new videos are posted. Don't forget to check out our website where you can find other free stuff like seamless patterns, deco toners, Illustrator brushes, and page borders. That's at www.lillizzy.net. Cheers!